English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy, a self-study reference and practice book for intermediate learners of English. Unit 38. If I do and if I did. Section A. Compare these examples.
Shall we go by bus or by train?
If we go by bus, it will be cheaper.
For Jess, it is possible that they will go by bus, so she says, if we go by bus, it will be. Lisa and Jess decide to go by train. Later, Jess talks to Joy.
How are you going to travel?
We're going by train. If we went by bus, it would be cheaper, but the train is quicker.
Now Jess knows they are not going to travel by bus, so she says, if we went by bus, it would be, not if we go. When we imagine something that will not happen, or we don't expect that it will happen, we use if plus past. If we went, if there was, if you found, etc. But the meaning is not past.
What would you do if you won a lot of money?
We don't really expect this to happen.
If there was an election tomorrow, who would you vote for?
For if, was, were, see Unit 39C. Compare if I find and if I found.
I think I left my watch at your house. If you find it, can you call me?
But if you found a wallet in the street, what would you do with it? Section B. We do not normally use would in the if part of the sentence.
I'd be very scared if somebody pointed a gun at me.
If we went by bus, it would be cheaper.
But you can use if, would, when you ask somebody to do something.
I would be grateful if you would let me know your decision as soon as possible.
Section C. In the other part of the sentence, not the if part, we use would or wouldn't.
What would you do if you were bitten by a snake?
I'm not going to bed yet. I'm not tired. If I went to bed now, I wouldn't sleep.
Would you mind if I used your phone?
Could and might are also possible.
If I won a lot of money, I might buy a house.
If it stopped raining, we could go out.
Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Unit 39. If I knew, I wish I knew. Section A. Study this example situation. Sarah wants to phone Paul, but she can't do this because she doesn't know his number. She says,
if I knew his number, I would phone him.
Sarah says, if I knew his number. This tells us that she doesn't know his number. She is imagining the situation. The real situation is that she doesn't know his number. When we imagine a situation like this, we use if plus past. If I knew, if you were, if we didn't, etc. But the meaning is present, not past.
There are many things I'd like to do if I had more time.
If I didn't want to go to the party, I wouldn't go.
We wouldn't have any money if we didn't work.
If you were in my position, what would you do?
It's a pity he can't drive. It would be useful if he could.
Section B. We use the past in the same way after wish. I wish I knew. I wish you were, etc. We use wish to say that we regret something, that something is not as we would like it to be.
I wish I knew Paul's phone number.
Do you ever wish you could fly?
It rains a lot here. I wish it didn't rain so much.
It's very crowded here. I wish there weren't so many people.
I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow, but unfortunately I do.
Section C. If I were, if I was. After if and wish, you can use were instead of was. If I were, I wish it were, etc. If I was or I wish it was are also possible, so you can say,
If I were you, I wouldn't buy that coat.
I'd go for a walk if it weren't so cold.
I wish you were here.
Section D. We do not normally use would in the if part of the sentence or after wish.
If I were rich, I would travel a lot. Who would you ask if you needed help?
I wish I had something to read.
Sometimes wish, would is possible. I wish you would listen. See Unit 41. Section E. Could sometimes means would be able to, and sometimes was, were able to.
She could get a better job if she could speak English.
I wish I could help you.
Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Unit 40. If I had known, I wish I had known. Section A. Study this example situation. Last month, Gary was in hospital for a few days. Rachel didn't know this, so she didn't go to visit him. They met a few days ago. Rachel said,
If I'd known you were in hospital, I would have gone to see you.
Rachel said, If I'd known you were in hospital. This tells us that she didn't know. We use if plus had to talk about the past. If I had known, if I had been, if I had done, etc.
I didn't see you when you passed me in the street. If I'd seen you, of course I would have said hello.
I didn't go out last night. I would have gone out if I hadn't been so tired.
If he had been looking where he was going, he wouldn't have walked into the wall.
The view was wonderful. If I'd had a camera with me, I would have taken some pictures.
Compare.
I'm not hungry. If I was hungry, I would eat something.
I wasn't hungry. If I had been hungry, I would have eaten something.
Section B. Do not use would in the if part of the sentence. We use would in the other part of the sentence.
If I had seen you, I would have said hello.
Note that d can be would or had.
If I'd seen you, I'd have said hello.
Section C. We use had, done, in the same way after wish. I wish something had happened means I am sorry that it didn't happen.
I wish I'd known that Gary was ill. I would have gone to see him. I feel sick. I wish I hadn't eaten so much cake.
Do you wish you'd studied science instead of languages?
Do not use would have after wish.
The weather was cold when we were on holiday. I wish it had been warmer.
Section D. Compare would do and would have done.
If I'd gone to the party last night, I would be tired now.
If I'd gone to the party last night, I would have met lots of people.
Compare would have, could have, and might have.
If the weather hadn't been so bad, we would have gone out.
If the weather hadn't been so bad, we could have gone out.
If the weather hadn't been so bad, we might have gone out.
Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Unit 41. wish. Section A. You can say, I wish you luck. I wish you all the best. I wish you a happy birthday, etc.
I wish you all the best in the future.
I saw Mark before the exam and he wished me luck.
We say, wish somebody something, luck, a happy birthday, etc. But you cannot say, I wish that something happens. We use hope in this situation. For example,
I'm sorry you're not well. I hope you feel better soon.
compare I wish and I hope.
I wish you a pleasant stay here.
I hope you have a pleasant stay here.
Section B. We also use wish to say that we regret something, that something is not as we would like it. When we use wish in this way, we use the past, knew, lived, etc., but the meaning is present.
I wish I knew what to do about the problem.
I wish you didn't have to go so soon.
Do you wish you lived near the sea?
Jack's going on a trip to Mexico soon. I wish I was going too.
To say that we regret something in the past, we use wish plus had known or had said, etc.
I wish I'd known about the party. I would have gone if I'd known.
It was a stupid thing to say. I wish I hadn't said it.
For more examples, see Unit 39 and Unit 40. Section C. I wish I could do something means I regret that I cannot do it.
I'm sorry I have to go. I wish I could stay longer.
I've met that man before. I wish I could remember his name.
I wish I could have done something means I regret that I could not do it.
I hear the party was great. I wish I could have gone.
Section D. You can say, I wish somebody would do something. For example,
I wish it would stop raining.
we often use I wish, would, to complain about a situation.
The phone has been ringing for 5 minutes. I wish somebody would answer it.
I wish you'd do something instead of just sitting and doing nothing.
You can use I wish, wouldn't, to complain about things that people do repeatedly.
I wish you wouldn't keep interrupting me.
Means please don't interrupt me. We use I wish, would, to say that we want something to happen, but we do not use I wish, would, to say how we would like things to be. Compare.
I wish Sarah would come.
But
I wish Sarah was here now.
I wish somebody would buy me a car.
But
I wish I had a car.
Now you can do exercises. Please pause the video when you see the exercise that you need and do it. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.